IE graduating students, family and friends of graduates, faculty, deans, staff and administrators, hello, and welcome to IE's graduation ceremony for the class of 2021 on this grand 23rd day of July. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Allison Rowe, and it is an honor for me to be your host today for this special occasion that marks your transition from students to our talented and diverse family of IE alumni. To our graduates, I see the IE spirit is alive and healthy here. Hello, everybody. Woohoo! We've got IE Law School, IE Business School, GPA, HST, and the School of Architecture and Design. And I'm so happy to see so many of you wearing your caps. Perhaps even some of you are using the earpods that we sent to you. And I see some of you even with your families. So exciting. I even see, actually, some of you wearing the hoodies, which makes me think either you've got the AC on really high, or perhaps you're in the southern hemisphere and it's rather chilly outside where you are. Yep, I see you over there. Also, feel free to post pictures and shout outs on social media using hashtag #IEGraduation. Today, graduates, today is your day to shine, to be proud of yourselves and to accept the admiration of and congratulations from your loved ones and peers, and from us, your IE family. We have prepared for you a dynamic ceremony to celebrate your diversity, grit, and accomplishments. And we are here right now, connected with all of you, regardless of where you are in the world, to celebrate. You are now IE alumni. In reaching this milestone, there is definitely reason to celebrate, and I'm sure that you have been celebrating or will be this weekend. But if I may be so bold to say, with this milestone also comes responsibility. It is my hope that you will now go out into the world and apply and build upon all that you have learned and developed while studying your degree and participating in activities and clubs beyond the classroom. You are sure to have made lifelong friends through what most likely were the best of times and also some of the most challenging. Hold on to those friendships, lean on each other, regardless of where you are located geographically, and keep inspiring yourselves to do better and to be better. You will have learned that you are capable of doing more than you thought. Perhaps you even surprised yourselves with your abilities and your perseverance. We are living through an intense, prolonged period of uncertainty, and you are excelling. You are the IE class of 2021. You've made it. But your journey is not over. Now you will go out into the real world and you will be put to the test, and you will do well. Don't forget to challenge yourselves to step outside of your comfort zones and keep learning and growing. And don't forget that IE is your home. Some of my most rewarding relationships and interactions continue to come from students who are now alumni. You are valuable. You are valuable to your friends and to your families, and you are valuable to your future employers and to your future employees. You are valuable to society. You are in a position to make a positive impact on those around you. Don't miss any opportunity to do so. You have been immersed in a community whose values are infused in all aspects of our community. And it's even possible that those are what attracted you to IE in the first place. I hope you will do your part to uphold those values and to instill them among those with whom you connect, work, and influence. No pressure, class of 2021, but we have high expectations for you because you have proven you are ready and capable to tackle the world head-on, regardless of whatever unprecedented global context is thrown at you. Your learning does not stop here upon completion of your degree. Learning is a continuous cycle. Never stop learning. Never stop being curious and seeking to learn more and more. Share your learnings with others and apply what you learn to make this world a better place. And without further ado, it is now my pleasure to pass the floor to a person who needs no introduction to any of you, our esteemed president, Santiago Iniguez.
Thank you, Alison. President of IE, Rector and Vice President of IE University, Deans of IE University Business Schools, members of IE University community, dear students, families, and friends, I would like to convey, on behalf of the entire IE University community, my warmest congratulations to you all. But by now, you all know that you didn't do this alone. So allow me to express our heartfelt thanks and all our gratitude to your loving family members and dear friends. To all of them, a big virtual applause now. Let me mention the many different things that you have actually learned over your program. By now, you have become much more employable. You have polished your personal and professional skills, and you have learned lots of different things. But most of all, you have become much better citizens. You realize about IE University's culture, our passion for diversity, and respecting each other as we respect ourselves. You also learn how to become more entrepreneurial and more innovative, and you realize that technologies are not a foe but a friend. And on your way, you also became more respectful towards sustainability. And of course, you became much better human beings, given that you cultivated the humanities. Allow me also to express at this time my gratitude to all the members in our faculty and the staff who over the past year during the pandemic have stretched themselves and doubled their classes and made a tremendous effort. I would also like to make a special mention to our founder, Diego del Alcázar Silvela, as well as to our vice president for their vision and for their commitment to our institution. You all realize that IE University is a young institution, but over the years, it has achieved top positions. For example, this year, Times Higher Education recognized our institution as one of the top 25 universities worldwide in terms of innovation and employability. And the reason behind this success is the quality of our faculty and our staff, but of course you sitting out there and listening to this broadcast from your homes or maybe from IE campus, and those who have preceded you over the years. I would like to express our gratitude for being part of this family of IE University. But let me now, as president of IE University, to ask each of you at least two requests. The first one is that your professional and personal behavior in the future adheres to the same standards of excellence that you have shown over your program. The world expects lots of things about you. You are called on to become the architects of the future global society in the fields of business, architecture and design, law, the sciences, and public administration. So we expect lots of things of you. My second request is that you stay connected and come to IE University from time to time. You probably know that we are about to open our new campus, the IE Tower in downtown Madrid, which will be inaugurated in October this year. You're all invited to come to this campus and enjoy the facilities that have nothing to envy the other top universities worldwide. But of course, we will also run our activities in the fabulous campus of Segovia and our master's degree programs on the María de Molina campus. In finishing my words, what I would like is to wish you all the best, to wish you luck, to wish you happiness, to wish that you success and that you fulfill your dreams. Please come to us and tell us how we can actually help you on your endeavors. You are called on, as I was saying, to do lots of things. IE University class of 2021, congratulations and thank you. And I will now hand over again to Alison, who's doing an excellent job conducting this ceremony. And by the way, the guy with the pink hair, please don't change the color of your hair. Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago, for your inspiring words. And now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Carolina Barco. Carolina is a remarkable person with an absolutely amazing background, so full of accomplishments that I could be here all day singing her praises. She is a Colombian-American diplomat who has served as Minister of Foreign Affairs of Colombia, Ambassador of Colombia to the United States, and also Ambassador of Colombia to Spain. She is a graduate of Wellesley College and Harvard University, and she is also an IE alumna, as she did her executive MBA at IE Business School. I am thrilled to pass the floor to Her Excellency, Carolina Barco, who is connecting with us from Washington, D.C.
Dear graduates of 2021, I am honored to be with you today to celebrate your graduation, to celebrate your years of commitment and hard work. Today is a day to rejoice, to share your happiness and gratitude with your family, friends, teachers, and advisors, all of whom were an integral part of the IE University experience. Your class is special and has developed additional skills this year, as you had to overcome a difficult hurdle. You have gained the knowledge and insight that comes from our collective experience of living through this time of uncertainty and pain, and the realization that nobody was exempt from the COVID pandemic. As Ambassador of Colombia to the Kingdom of Spain in 2019 and 2020, I shared with those of you who were in Madrid the very strict quarantine and the difficult decisions that were adopted as the world learned about COVID. We observed the heartbreaking life and death decisions of doctors and health providers, and the difficult trade-off between health and work as governments defined public policies. During this pandemic, we were made aware of our interconnectedness as COVID spread speedily across the world, and yet, the fact that personal contact and travel was so restricted also drove home the importance of personal relationships and how we relate to our families and our communities. We learned about our personal responsibility to care for others by caring for ourselves, with masks, social distancing, and vaccines. We also became more aware of the need to address the inequalities in our societies with respect to access to technology, to health, to education, and to work, just to name a few areas. These are lessons we must remember as we move forward, and which will make our lives and work more meaningful and our communities and societies much stronger. This invitation to talk with you today is very special for me, as I too am a graduate from the IE University. I obtained an executive MBA degree more than 30 years ago, when Spain was undergoing a transformational and exciting time. I arrived in December 1979, a time of great hope and innovation in Spain, of transition from the Franco era to a new era of democracy under a parliamentary monarchy. Spain started its path towards integration with Europe and participation as a world-class leader with close affinity to Latin America and a special role to play. As you know, IE University was founded in 1973 and exemplifies the openness of the transition in Spain. As we look at IE University today, with more than 60,000 alumni from 165 countries, and multiple areas of study, we see an outstanding example of accomplishment and continued change in search of excellence and a better future, as that experienced by Spain during this time. A reason for great pride among its founders, alumni, and all of those associated with the university, and a responsibility to continue looking forward. As I was considering lessons that I might share with you today, my thoughts turned to my father, Virgilio Barco, who was a great inspiration to me and lived through very demanding times. He dedicated his whole life to serving Colombia and believed that public service is the cornerstone of our societies and an honorable undertaking. My father was the mayor of Bogotá when I was graduating from high school, which motivated me to study city planning at Harvard University. After finishing, I lived in Caracas and worked in the urban planning office of that once thriving city. From Venezuela, I moved to Spain in 1979. Although I was inspired by public service, I understood that studying business administration would provide me with critical insights and perspectives that would make me a better public servant, in particular by bringing innovation and entrepreneurship to solving problems. In 1985, I left Madrid to accompany my father, Virgilio Barco, during his presidential campaign. He won and was president from 1986 to 1990. This was the time of Pablo Escobar. My father had wanted to focus his government on fighting poverty, and his principal campaign program was Lucha contra la pobreza absoluta, fight against extreme poverty. But he immediately changed the emphasis as the drug mafia sought to threaten Colombia's democracy and terrorize Colombians into submission. Drug traffickers were not afraid of apprehension in Colombia, but were terrified of being extradited to the US. My father found an 1888 US-Colombian extradition treaty, which gave him the authority to sign the order to send the leaders to be jailed in the US. When asked if he was worried for his life or that of his family because of the extraditions, he always answered without a pause, "This is what I have to do." From his example and firm actions, I learned courage. Courage to face difficult or threatening decisions. We all have opportunities to take a difficult stance and to make a difference. I encourage you to accept these challenges and face them with determination and perseverance. Afterwards, I worked in various ministries until Enrique Peñalosa, Bogotá's mayor, named me the head of the Bogotá Urban Planning Office in 1997. It was my chance to carry out my dream of building a city with greater opportunities for all, as the planning office was in charge not only of urban, but social and economic development. With Mayor Enrique Peñalosa and then Mayor Antanas Mocus, we worked on making Bogotá an international city. My business background was critical to this work. In May 2002, when Álvaro Uribe was elected president of Colombia, he asked me to be his foreign minister so that I could continue my work to change the international reality not only for Bogotá, but of Colombia. Although I was surprised to be chosen, I was committed to working for my country, and what greater honor than to represent Colombia before the world. Did I have the knowledge of specific treaties and programs? No. But I had run large institutions, led multidisciplinary teams, and worked on new and difficult tasks. I accepted because I am convinced that thorough preparation, respect for experience, in this case for the outstanding career diplomats of the Colombian Foreign Ministry, and commitment to teamwork are the keys to assuming and accomplishing formidable tasks. What do I mean by thorough preparation? There is a famous Henry Kissinger story in which he asks an advisor to prepare a brief. When the advisor brings the report, he asks, "Is this the best you can do?" The advisor then says he will work on the brief some more. This occurs several times until the advisor says, "This is the best I can do." At that moment, Secretary Kissinger says, "Now I will read it." Preparing thoroughly for every single meeting is also my golden rule. I would have my team prepare the documents which were to be discussed in each meeting a few days in advance, so that when I got up at 4 o'clock every morning to review and correct or complement the talking points, I would have a few days of leeway to make adjustments or advance the tasks. I prepare until I feel it is not possible to be more prepared. I also expect the same thoroughness and attention to detail from my team. I always seek to lead by example. Given my experience, I would encourage you to be willing to take an informed leap of faith in your capacity to respond to a new challenge. Then prepare for every task. Listen and lead. After 4 years as foreign minister, President Uribe asked me to go to the US as ambassador. My main task was to work with Congress to see if they would approve the US-Colombia Free Trade Agreement, which had taken 3 years to negotiate. Approval was difficult due to organized labor's opposition to trade agreements. I was the first woman ambassador from Colombia to Washington because there was a perception that Washington was a man's world. But times had changed, and my counterparts as foreign ministers were Condoleezza Rice, then Hillary Clinton, and Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker of the House. But what was fundamental to the free trade agreements ultimately getting approved was the teamwork, the hard work, more than 1,600 meetings with members of Congress, and persistence. I was not successful in getting the agreement passed during my 4 years. It passed 2 years later. When I saw the representatives and senators with whom I had met so many times come up to vote, I knew our hard work, my team's and the Colombian government's hard work, had played an important part. You will be faced with many challenges as you progress along your career path and will encounter twists and turns as I have. Dare to be open to different options. Analyze new propositions. Study ways to strengthen your capabilities. Search for good teams to work with. And find ways to serve others. Service to one's community or country, be it from the private or public sector, is a fulfilling undertaking. I urge you to put the practical skills and global perspective you have learned at IE University to work and help to create a more sustainable, equitable, and caring world. As said by Walt Whitman in Leaves of Grass, "Not I, nor anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it by yourself. It is not far, it is within reach." Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for your words of inspiration for your fellow alumni. It is now a great honor for me to welcome back to IE another alumna who also espouses IE's values. Caroline Martin graduated from IE Business School's IMBA this past December. Caroline and her team won last semester's Venture Lab Award with their startup, Declo, and she is here today to introduce the finalists and name the winner of this year's IE Venture Lab Award. Welcome, Caroline, and thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Allison. It's such an honor to be here today. Hi, everyone. So we're here to reward the final winner for Venture Lab after the months of hard work you've all put into your business ideas. But before we do so, I've been told I have exactly 3 minutes with you, so I'm going to ask you to reflect what actually constitutes a business. What are the items that make a business, if we were to list them? If you Google this, or if you do an MBA, you'll learn different things. Your finance professor might say it's the assets filed under the company name, like the cash, the inventory, the property, the patents. I did listen in finance class. Or if you have a legal background, you might say it's the structure that makes the entity. It needs to be recognized on paper as a corporation or a limited liability company. But I like this definition best, that a business is the repeated and organized, consistent and directed action of individuals choosing to work towards the same goal, usually of selling or producing goods and services. This definition makes intuitive sense to me. If we think about the biggest, most asset-rich and stable companies today, let's say Amazon or Google, what would happen if no one comes into work for 1 day? And if no one comes into work for a week? I'm very confident that without its people, any business will fall. So it's each of these small, repeated actions that consistently add up to make something bigger than the sum of its parts. All of you who participated in Venture Lab have taken what could have stayed as just a dream, an idea, or a conversation, and you worked hard with repeated, consistent action to make it into a functional, real-life business. It starts with just one person or a small group of people who show up to work, all working towards the same goal, and eventually, hopefully, convincing other people to show up too. So yes, we're here today to reward a winner for Venture Lab. And don't worry, I'm not going to stand here and give you the "we are all winners" speech. But I do strongly believe that no one can tell you what does or doesn't make your business viable if you keep showing up. What might not be viable today can be viable tomorrow, and vice versa. So keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and please don't give up on your ideas. Nurture them. On that note, I'm going to take you through the amazing selection we have for this Venture Lab class. So starting with Gundo. Gundo is a platform embedded in the online grocery shopping experience. They provide a scoring and recommendation system. And as an avid foodie myself, I'm wishing you the best of luck, Gundo. Roble Academy is your go-to mobile app for healthy aging. And I'm not talking about fewer wrinkles, I'm talking about the real important stuff. Cognitive and physical daily training, well-being suggestions, social activities. Next, Ride. Ride is helping all of us and our grandkids by creating a better, greener future. Ride provides more sustainable urban transport by professionally refurbishing used electric scooters. So think of them next time you hop on a Lime. Wanna. Wanna offers monthly subscriptions for you to order your lunch from nearby restaurants for just €6. With Wanna, you save time, you save money, you save your diet, so I highly recommend you try them out. Toothfinder is the platform for dental professionals to improve the supply chain and drive collaboration in this dental sector. Refuge Skateboards is the thing I wish existed when I was skateboarding to school. Refuge's zero-waste, sustainable skateboards transform what could be just a fun activity into actually an ethical one. Lazar produces and sells premium, high-quality vegetables. They do this with a robotically operated, AI-controlled vertical hydroponic farm. Lazar produces zero waste, zero pollution, uses no pesticides, and the food is grown where it's eaten or bought. Pretty amazing. Safety In is driven by a mission to increase female safety in cars. Safety In saves the lives of female drivers and passengers through a seatbelt add-on. Thank you for your important work, Safety In. Addictic is an app, a tool and a hub that democratizes access to jobs in the fashion industry. It helps its users to succeed in what we all know to be a very competitive world. Black Milk, aside from having a very cool name, is a marketplace for memes. Using NFT technology, which means blockchain, by the way, Black Milk allows people to create, buy, and sell memes using cryptocurrency. Candid Tales is a pet wellness company. They offer an all-natural CBD product made specifically to help your pets, your dogs, your cats, your rabbits, your horses, to relieve their physical ailments, things like anxiety, arthritis, epilepsy, and more. And finally, Bonds. Bonds helps the elderly to stay connected with their family members by facilitating deeper and more meaningful engagements across generations. So, now that we have our finalists reunited, hi everyone. I am so proud to announce, and it's my honor to say, that this year's Venture Lab winner is Ride. Hi Eric, Sartaj, how are you? Could you share a few words?
Hi, yeah. How are you? Obviously, thanks a lot for the award. Huge honor, of course, and all the months of hard work that have gone into this project, paying off. But I think more than anything, I want to say thanks to all the organizers of the Venture Day. It was a brilliant event, and I think the quality of the pitches that all the finalists presented just goes to show the level of people studying at IE. So big thanks to the university, the organizers, and the fellow teams that pitched. And make sure to check us out if you ever want to buy yourself a refurbished electric scooter.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Ride. I will check you out for the electric scooters. And also just congratulations to the finalists and to everyone taking part in this ceremony. You've done an amazing job, and Alison, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Caroline. Wow, every year our students impress more and more. And thank you so much for coming back, Caroline, and being here once again and back at IE. And congratulations to Ride. You rocked the house last week at Venture Day, and I look forward to seeing how you soar even higher in the future. And now, before the speeches from your deans, the Best Teacher and Student Awards, and the presentation of your diplomas, we connect you with an alum from each of your individual programs to continue this great celebration from
Dear graduates, congratulations to all of you. You have officially made it. The lack of sleep and thousands of pages to read, analyze, and discuss in class are formally over. It is an honor for me to be here today. My name is Gabriela Gil, and 2 years ago, I was right there where you are as I graduated from my Master's in International Relations at IE University. However, back then, we had no idea that 6 months later, we would be experiencing a pandemic. A historical moment that has taught humanity countless lessons that will mark our future forever. I am actually curious about your thoughts, drive, and motivation to apply to IE at that moment. What were you thinking? During this difficult time, you made a decision to invest in yourself. An ambitious decision probably motivated by the desire to be better and to one day contribute to society from wherever you might stand. All of this in a scenario where you had no idea how the future would look like. The world and society as we know it were being redefined. And I admire you for that. I admire you for your courage, for your passion, and for your resilience that got you to where you are now. Resilience is a word that we're probably hearing too many times nowadays. But this word, at least to me, truly represents who we are as a global community today. Resilience has allowed you as students to adapt to a new normal where some of you probably took a lot of classes from your home cities. Some of you probably had to take a good number of PCRs or maybe quarantine a few times. Some of you went through the virus yourselves, and probably some of you lost a loved one. However, you decided to embrace this new experience and look at the positive side of things. I bet that this was a huge challenge, but you decided to go forward, and that led you to succeed. Through my own personal experiences, I have had to work on my resilience a great number of times. This past year was also a great challenge for me. When I graduated from IE, my plan was to work for the family business. I took summer vacations and then sat with my dad, literally walking him through my CV, highlighting my strengths, my weaknesses, my professional experiences, and what I had learned from the masters, for him to be able to see how I could add value to the family office. I had plans to develop the group sustainability strategy and create the family foundation. However, to my surprise, my father rejected me. He said that he loved my curriculum, all the ideas that I had for the business, but that he thought that it was not the right time for me to join him. He provided me several reasons that were certainly valid and suggested that I should continue gaining experience in a corporate world to later join the family in the future. I found myself with my dreams on pause, having to start from zero my job search in Madrid, mapping all the potential opportunities that could fit my profile and goals. I found myself applying to a great number of jobs and getting rejected many, many times. I felt frustrated and wanted to give up on my search for a while. Coming from Washington, D.C., having worked at the Inter-American Development Bank for over 2 years, maybe my expectations were just too high. Maybe I was too fixed on what I wanted that I could not see other opportunities. It came to a point that I decided to make a pause on my search, and at that moment, Oriana, a dear friend of mine, called me because they were looking for a person to cover a maternity leave at the admissions department at IE. And at that moment I said, why not? I sent her my CV and got the interview the following day. A week later, I got an offer, and 2 days after that, Spain declared state of alarm. I thought that they would not hire me. I thought that they would probably tell me, I'm sorry, but things have changed. But IE decided to give me a chance. I started the job, and even though a lot of my experiences and skills certainly aligned with the role, everything was absolutely new to me. I managed to merge with my virtual team and quickly adapt to a very new experience. So there I was, starting an unexpected job under very unexpected circumstances with absolutely no clue of what the future would look like. I later became the Global Admissions and Enrollment Manager for the International MBA, and I can now say that my experience at IE was one of the most rewarding in my life. I got the chance to acquire a great number of new skills, connect with over 400 people from all over the world, listening to their stories through the pandemic, assisting them as I could, learning about new processes in a new world, rethinking strategies to communicate as a team in a way that would transmit confidence when truly we were all very scared inside. However, IE provided me the tools and motivation to continue going forward and be positive in a complicated global environment. Eventually, when the time was right, I left IE to pursue a career in the United Nations World Tourism Organization as an Innovation, Education, and Investments Associate. Today, I can proudly say that the IE community has taught me more than I ever thought it would. I invite you to embrace this community. Take advantage of the connections that you have made here. Nurture those relationships. Be open to change. Be open to the unexpected, as you never know what these opportunities can bring for you. Pay attention to timing and the little things that happen around you. You never know how life may surprise you. Thank you. I now give the floor to Susana Marcorra, your Dean.
Thank you, Gabriela, for your kind introduction. Today, you find yourselves at the end of a road and facing the beginning of a new one. It is a milestone that marks your lives. It is a unique moment to rejoice and treasure. It is the fruit of your hard work and effort in a very, very challenging environment. All very good reasons for you to be proud of what you have achieved so far. It is now time to take stock of the many moments that brought you here. Those few that stand out for their impact and uniqueness. and those many little moments that made your daily lives worth living. Those special moments that we miss so much in the middle of the pandemic. The hugs, the being together, the sharing. Never like during this month, I have remembered the smell of the cakes made by my mother. The kitchen was her world, and she shared it with me. Never like during this month, I have missed seeing the blue sky of my Buenos Aires, where I haven't traveled for almost 2 years now. Very small things that give real pleasure. And still, within the many constraints that you were able to create a new and different way of doing things together. A blurred notion of what is remote and what is near. A sense of participation that went beyond what was traditional. You shape your world as students, as classmates, as teammates, and as friends with new and different tools that provided the much-needed sense of collective belonging. You discover the value of resilience, both individually and as a group. Martin Luther King once said, "If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way." That's exactly what it took from you to get to the end of this role. I am certain that you have done some great things. But even most importantly, I am certain that you have done many small things in a great way, every single day of the past month. You have overcome the imposed limitations by pushing the boundaries of your own strength. You have tested yourselves during this endurance race and have proven to be ready for the many challenges that lie ahead in this fast-changing world. A world in which we see opportunities, but we also see risks. Some of the fundamental values upon which peace and prosperity have been built over the last 7 decades are at stake. From cosmopolitanism to open borders to free trade, and in many instances, the very value of democracy. We see a rise in intolerance and racism that brings memories of an obscure past that we believe to have left behind forever, and yet is haunting us. Inequality is a driving reason for some of the tensions. These are, in fact, the very values upon which IE, your university, has been built. Here we believe in openness, diversity, and free inquiry. It is free and open societies that build the best minds and the most fulfilled individuals. Individuals that must care for their collective improvement, the collective improvement of all people. We have supported you to develop a critical mind. We have prepared you to question what is not in conformity with the principles of respect for the other, in recognition that we are all equal within our cultural and societal differences. You are now well equipped to lead in the betterment of your societies with a respectful and inclusive perspective. We believe that freedom is the bedrock to thrive in creativity and innovation, and that your capacity to adjust and adapt are the attributes to excel in this ever-changing reality. As sinuous as the road ahead may look, what you do from now on depends on you, on your convictions, on your hard work, and on your commitment to overcome adversity. The resilience that you have developed will be key to mastering your own future. Now you know that doing great things is as important as doing small things in a great way. Our hopes and aspirations are with you all from now on. You are, from today onwards, keepers of the flame of freedom and openness, fragile and valuable things. So, dear IE community, as Dean of the IE School of Global and Public Affairs, I have the honor to present to you the students graduating today. Students of the Master in International Relations and students of the Master in International Development of the IE School of Global and Public Affairs. Now, Hala will give us the student speech, and then we're going to listen to Aida read a poem for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Susanna. Good afternoon, everyone. I am extremely delighted and honored to stand before you today and speak on behalf of our class of 2021. IE President, Dean, Vice Deans, administrators, and professors, thank you for your support and guidance throughout our memorable, invaluable journey together. Thank you for welcoming us with open arms and warm hearts, reassuring us after we left our homes that we are about to be welcomed to an equally warm and caring one here in Madrid. On behalf of all my fellow graduates, congratulations to all family members and friends watching us virtually from all over the world right now. Thank you for everything you have done for us, and thank you for bringing us together as we stand here today proudly as alumni of IE's School of Global and Public Affairs. On a personal note, I would like to thank my parents and siblings who are watching us from my beloved home country, Jordan. I would not be where I am today without your constant encouragement and support. Mama, Baba, Zina, Isa, and Nisreen, I love you. بحبكم. A huge thank you also goes to my loving husband, Amilcar, for being my absolute support system. I am truly blessed. Thank you. Before joining IE, I was fascinated by its human-centric values, particularly the unbeatable diversity in backgrounds and cultures. I thought to myself, wow, that's too good to be true. Maybe their marketing department outdid themselves. Soon after, I was proven wrong. I vividly remember being there at the opening ceremony in Aula Magna, where all were nicely dressed up in a formal dress code, sitting there with all of you guys, looking around me with a child's curiosity, only to realize that I was surrounded by 32 students coming from 20 different nations, representing practically almost every continent on the planet. There it struck me. IE has a deep-rooted belief that diversity creates unparalleled experiences and opportunities. It was one of the secrets behind IE's strength and our emerging strength as a logical extension. My classmates, no, I should say, my dear friends, you are all exceptionally talented individuals, and each and every one of you has added a special and distinct ingredient to our adventure, which, although appears to formally be reaching its end, is far from doing so. This is just the beginning of a new adventure, on in which I am sure some of us will somehow manage to cross paths and enrich each other again. We are all here today to celebrate our success, one for which we can be proud since we have overcome all of the hardships that life has thrown at us in the past months. It was not an easy path, and we all had our ups and downs, but it was immensely fulfilling. I am proud to say that we have progressed, that we are no longer the people we were when we first arrived, that we have advanced and evolved to become better versions of our former selves. We all worked hard to get here, and we will never forget our moments together. The group work, presentations, breakout rooms, health passports, all the COVID tests that we had to take, and of course, our current intense job search. Speaking of which, congratulations to those of you who have already found employment or internships. You earned it. Quoting Alexander Bell, when one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. So for all those still searching for opportunities, be patient and remember that you are all exceptional, one-of-a-kind IE University grads. We are the hybrid learning generation. Thank you, IE, for this approach, for you did not take away the sense and reality of IE's campus and in-person classes, but you adapted to the dramatic change and altered your plans based on the surprises the pandemic brought with it. We learned and developed along with your direction and coordination, making the most of our experience in a city as charming and welcoming as Madrid. Well, we witnessed Madrid's largest snowfall in the century. Aren't we lucky after all? As graduates, we acknowledge that though this is an ending, it is also a new beginning. We are closing one chapter in our life so that we may prepare for a new journey full of discoveries and successes. Let us not forget that failures are inevitable, but we must accept them and, more importantly, learn from them in order to move forward and be more resilient than before. We will miss each other greatly, for I am sure no one wants this special family that we made for ourselves to break apart and for members to go their separate ways. I have no doubt that you will all end up in great places, contributing to the positive global change we aspire for, the change and impact we addressed in every class. Graduates of Masters in International Development, Masters in International Relations, and Executive Master in International Trade, Class of 2021, congratulations to you. This is your day and you have earned it. But what does impact mean? Perhaps our talented classmate and friend Aida Lojodice can shed light on the matter. I now invite her to perform a spoken word poem about impact and what it could mean. Aida, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hala, for your wonderful speech. This is my poem that I wrote for all of you called What is Impact? What is impact, if not a 6-letter word? 2 syllables that at the beginning delicately balance on the tip of your tongue and by the end leave you making an impact, a noun. The force of an object hitting another, a collision where each action has an equal and opposite reaction. Impact. Your favorite font to use in middle school. I don't know about you, but for me, it really made an impact, a verb. To have an influence on something or someone. A collision of different sorts where nothing is created or destroyed, just transformed. Impact. What's up with the pact part of impact? Who are we making a pact with? Maybe it's with Earth, vowing to leave it a better place than we found it. Or maybe with ourselves, promising to be better people than we were yesterday. And finally, impact. The word we heard 1,000,000 times in class, read 1,000,000,000 times in readings when we actually did them, that I'm now convinced is just like coffee. Because impact tastes like whatever you add to it. Sweet, with sugar. The type of impact that tugs at your heartstrings, plays a syrupy song on them and leaves you wanting for more. Smooth, with milk. The type of impact that takes a long time to digest and an even longer time to see. But you know it's going to be worth it all along. Spiced, with cinnamon. The type of impact you're not sure of at first, an overwhelming tangy flavor that leaves a pleasant aftertaste. Yes, impact is what you make it. So whatever you do, just make it yours. And if you don't like coffee, well, you're a little weird, but just think of making your favorite morning drink. Let the impact you have be authentic. Make it and give out a warranty. Stay true to yourselves and remember the easiest person to lie to is yourself. Don't do it if it doesn't move you the way the Macarena does. And don't wait for the right moment to come. Tweak the hour, minute, and second hands of your clock if you have to make it the right time. There are a million ways to make coffee, and there are a million ways to make an impact. So just go out there and make your double ristretto, venti half soy, non-fat decaf, organic chocolate, brownie, iced vanilla, double shot, gingerbread frappuccino, extra hot with foam whipped cream, upside down, double blended, one sweet and low, and one ultra sweet type of impact. Just do something that makes you feel the way a good coffee should, or your other favorite morning drink. A warm feeling settling in your belly, and with enough energy to tackle the dawn of a new day. Impact. Whatever you decide it means to you, just make it yours. Thank you. I now invite to the floor our Dean, Susana Malcorra.
Thank you so much, Hala and Aida. You had amazing words and were inspiring to all of us. And now we are going to present the awards for the best professor in the school. And the nominees are Arthur Edmond Appleton, Gonzalo Garland, and Maria Lopez Escorial. And the winner for the Best Professor Award is Arthur Edmond Appleton. Congratulations, Arthur. And I will ask you to give us a few words now.
Thank you very much. This would not be possible without the support from IE, from the staff, from everybody who has made this possible, and also with the support of the students. I thank everyone very much for all that they have done. It has been a great pleasure to work with IE this year. Thank you.
Thank you again, Arthur, and congratulations. And now, the award for the best student. The nominees are and the winner is congratulations to all the winners. You really deserve it. And now comes the moment that everybody was waiting for, the real moment of this ceremony, the diplomas.
And now, the graduates of the Executive Master in International Trade. Basel Asad Al-Hussein, Maria Esperanza Frío Alconcel, Emad Atala, Joanna Chiquezi, Isabel de la Cave, Ragda Moawad El Sharawi, Abdul Alim Habib Mohammed, Ahmad Hamza Hashmi, Moaz Ibrahim Ismail, Amadou Kane, Peace Kotisa Nasanga, Anvar Nigmatov, Asma Obeid, Azuka Agundeji Eberchukwu, Sarah Yvette Poveda Banegas, Maria Teresa Quintero Godinez, Mirna Salaita, Bambo B. Samata, Siti Purnamasari Shawali, Ayman Kasem, Barbara Walsh. And now the graduates of the Master in International Development. Hala Abu Daye, Diego Alessio Robles de la Calle, María Lorena Alfaro, Carlos Alabama Amo Echeandía, Alec Miguel Barcenilla van der Meissen, Astrid María Brochu, Sara Bustamante Alonso Las Heras, Niña Erika Caligasan, Delia Dorninger, Cristina Escayón Laborde, Carmen Escobar, Joseph Fadul, Federico Farguion, Berhan Sagay Gebra Sadik, Eugenia Gutierrez Robres, Bryce Vincent Johnston, Zijuan Lu, Aida Lojodice Salerno, Emma Lu Van Leng, Xiaohan Ma, Carolina Muñiz Calvo, Mira Osman, Rubina Singh, Michaela Emma Stump, Laura Vega, Alexander Vent, Micaela Vuštich Telaya, Juan Wang, Alana Shvet Williams, Ying Lu, Shan Zong. And now the graduating student with the dual degree, Leia Jungfer. And now the graduates of the Master in International Relations, Marcos Juan Arcuri, Hortense Belliard, Alexis Elizabeth Burns, Chin Chen, Morgan Coqui, Christian John Correa, Fernanda Jacobo Duque de Estrada Sanz de Vicuña, Casey Fano, Mohamed A. Foboy, Eleonora Franco, Josh Guilford, Nan Gia, Apollina Catherine Kyle, Elizabeth Rose Leonard, Shan Shan Lee, Morgan Mostrom, Ingrid Margot Nakuz, Diana Nazirova, Sara Nebreda Perez, Gabriela Perez Escobar, Kian Rannamun, José María Rivero de Aguilar Carrasco, Manrique Sandoval Rojas, Nora Luisa Sige, Regina Ann Sido, Amir Temeli, Zeli Tuelier, Farah Tubele, Stefano Felipe Ugarelli, Carson Wiley, Chao Ying Yi. And now the students graduating with a dual degree, Saad Mohammed Al-Jadali, Carola Barigazi, Julio Andrés Ramos, Terry Christine Fioramonti, Rosella Leali, Karina Ramos Reyes, Antonio Tena de la Nuez, Thomas Holden Winslow.
Gaudeamus tu, Juvenes sumus. Gaudeamus tu, Juvenes sumus. Apos secunda juventute, pos molestam senectute, nos abebetumus. Nos abebetumus. Passing time, vivat academia, vivat professores, vivat academia, vivat professores. Vivat membrum qualibet, vivat membra qualibet, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore. Let's fly. Yeah. congratulations, everyone.
That was incredible. The awards, you, our graduates, and your dean's words of encouragement. Amazing. Thank you to everyone. I want to take this last opportunity to once again congratulate you. It has been a tough year, and the months and years ahead are bound to be challenging as well. But you have come as far as you have, and you will continue to do great things. I hope you remember to share those great accomplishments and your ongoing learning with your alma mater and with your fellow alumni. Congratulations, class of 2021, you did it. But wait, before you go, we have a surprise for you from the IE Music Club for this very special celebration. Thank you, and hasta luego.
I want to break free.
I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied, I don't need you. I've got to break free. God knows I want to break free. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love for the first time. This time I know it's for real. I'm falling in love. God knows I'm falling in love. It's strange, but it's true.
I can't get off when you love me like you do, but I have to be sure.
When I walk out that door,
Oh, how I want to be free, baby.
oh how I want to be free. Oh how I want to break free.
But life still goes on.
I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't wanna live alone.
God knows, got to make it on my own.
So baby, can't you see?
I've got to break free.
I've got to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It was going